Secrets of Coins, revealing the rare coins in history, disclosed.
Centennial, a year that marked not only the centennial of Abraham Lincoln's birth, but also the beginning of one of the most iconic coin designs in U.S. history. The very first Lincoln wheat cent was introduced, replacing the Indian head cent that had circulated for 50 years. But among all 1909 pennies, one stands high above the rest. The 1909 Lincoln wheat cent, a legendary coin that's a holy grail for collectors. Support our effort, subscribe, like, and share so that we can bring you more videos uncovering the hidden history and value of America's rarest coins. Now let's dive into the story of this extraordinary piece, the first Lincoln cent ever made. Struck at the San Francisco Mint with a tiny S mint mark that changed coin collecting forever. The 1909 penny was designed by Victor David Brenner, who placed his initials VDB on the reverse of the coin, a decision that sparked huge controversy. His initials were considered too prominent, and they were removed later that same year, creating one of the most famous varieties in American coinage, the 1909 VDB Lincoln cent. Let's get one thing clear. This is not just any old penny. This coin marks the first time a real person's portrait appeared on a U.S. coin. Before this, allegorical figures like Liberty dominated U.S. coinage, putting Abraham Lincoln, the president who preserved the Union and abolished slavery, on a coin was a bold move that instantly connected Americans to their history and ideals. Now, what makes the 1909 penny so valuable? It all comes down to mintage and rarity. The San Francisco Mint produced only 1/825,000 of these coins without the VDB initials, and in just 44,000 of the famous 1909 VDB variety. Compared to the hundreds of millions of pennies made each year today, that's an incredibly small number. And because collectors immediately began hoarding them in 1909, finding one in perfect condition today is extremely difficult. Let's talk numbers and the jaw-dropping values these coins have reached. A Centennial VDB in good circulated condition can sell for $900 to $200. In uncirculated red-brown condition, you're looking at $3,500 to $6,000. But a fully red, gem-quality MS67 red example can bring an incredible $60,000 to $75,000 at auction. In fact, one of the finest known examples sold for over $117,500, making it one of the most valuable pennies ever struck by the U.S. Mint. Even the 1909 without the VDB initials is no slouch. It can fetch $100 to $200 in fine condition, $600 to $1,000 in mint state, and up to $3,500 for premium red examples. Now let's look at how you can identify one of these treasures. Check the reverse side of the coin. If you see VDB near the bottom center between the wheat stalks, you might have the legendary VDB variety. Then look under the date on the front. If there's a small S, that means it was struck in San Francisco, not Philadelphia. Be cautious though, because this coin is so valuable. There are countless counterfeits and altered versions. Many fake coins are made by adding a tiny S mint mark to a 1909 Philadelphia penny, or by carving the letters VDB onto the reverse. Authentic examples should always be professionally graded and authenticated by PCGS, NGC, or ANAX before being bought or sold. Let's step back and imagine 1909 America. The country was celebrating Lincoln's 100th birthday. The automobile was becoming popular. The Wright brothers had recently taken flight, and Theodore Roosevelt had just pushed for a renaissance in American coin design. The introduction of the Lincoln penny symbolized progress, a new era for the U.S. Mint and for the nation. That's what makes this coin so special. It's not just rare, it's historic. It's the first Lincoln cent, a symbol of unity and endurance, and the start of a coin series that still runs today and over 115 years later. Now let's talk about varieties and errors, because even within the 1909 issues, there are subtle but valuable differences. The 1909 VDB Philadelphia no mint mark is much more common, but still collectible, worth around $20 to $100 in good condition, and up to $500 in mint red. The 1909S without VDB is scarcer, especially in higher grades. But the 1909S, VDB with the small s, and those 3 tiny letters, is the superstar of them all. There are also minor die varieties, such as repunched mint marks and weak strikes, which can command small premiums depending on sharpness and detail. So where can you find one today? They sometimes appear in old coin collections, antique stores, or family jars that haven't been touched in decades. Some collectors still recall discovering one in circulation in the early 20th century, an incredible thought considering how long ago that was. If you think you found one, handle it carefully. Avoid touching the surfaces and never try to clean it. Even a light rub can destroy the natural color and lower its value dramatically. Store it in a protective holder and get it authenticated. It might be worth more than you imagine. The 1909S, Lincoln wheat cent, especially the VDB variety, stands as one of the most legendary coins in American history. It's the beginning of the modern penny, a tribute to one of the nation's greatest leaders, and a lasting reminder of the power of small things, how even a 1-cent coin can carry a century of legacy. So next time you come across an old wheat penny, take a closer look. That tiny S mint mark and those 3 initials VDB could be your ticket to a rare treasure worth thousands. Support our effort. Subscribe, like, and share, so that we can keep bringing you stories of hidden coins, their incredible values, and the history that lies beneath their worn surfaces. Because even the smallest coin can hold the biggest story.